Well, it's that time again. Welcome to the Spirit of the Outdoors. And I'm here. I'm still in the car because I don't know if you can see that it's only 6 degrees, so I thought I would just sit in here for a minute. But I'm at the Arboretum in Madison, Wisconsin, and getting ready to do 3 hikes. So this will give me a total of 9, and which will leave only 51 more to go. All right, I'm gonna get out of the car and get ready here, and I'll bring you back when I start. Well, here I am at the Arboretum in Madison, University of Madison, Wisconsin. Arboretum. On the trail. It's 6 degrees, so it's a little chilly, and I'm gonna keep moving. So I don't know how much I'm gonna film, and gonna try and keep this going. And this is about a 2.5 mile loop. So map over there. It's just really pretty out here, and you know, this Arboretum has all these little trails going around here. I've always seen a couple people, which that's great. It's always nice to see folks. One was running, one was hiking. But these intricate little trails back in here. All right, you're gonna hear me breathing heavy. I don't know if you can see this trail. There's only been one person that's come through this way. So thankfully I'm not completely post-holing every single step. But I don't know if you can see it down here. Try and show that when I step down here, you know, I'm still shifting around, and then having to come up and get into the next one. I don't know how well that showed up on the camera, but it's a little slow going. I don't know if you can see those stakes out there. They're blue stakes, and it goes up around, up back toward those trees back there. And once I get back toward the trees, I'm back on a more packed down trail. This one there's no skis or snowshoes allowed on this trail, because it's a little bit more delicate environment, even with the snow. I know as they say, snow is a durable surface, at least that's what I learned in Leave No Trace, but they still don't want the constant skis and snowshoes packing it down. So when it's like this, it's foot traffic only, and I mean it's just hiking only, and it keeps it actually down to a minimum of I guess the compacting the snow, instead of having it all widened out from the skis and the snowshoes and everything else. So that's what I read about anyway. But it does make for slow going. It is a hard, and put my glove back on a little better. Anyway, it is slow going, and I'm glad I've got the trekking poles, because it's real easy to fall down. So, you know, as you can see, I'm taking the other person's steps, footprints, but which does help. But you still have to pick your foot up out of that hole and get into the next one. And the snow is still, when you step into the footprint, it still shifts down, and you still kind of slide. And this is where snowshoes would be awesome, but you can't have them. And I knew that this was going to be like this when I looked at that, and I was like, well, that's a trail I gotta take that's in the book. But I was like, oh man, only one person has gone through here, so it does make it tough. I know the wind is blowing and it probably sounds like garbage on the camera. Sorry about that. I won't leave it on much longer, otherwise you're just gonna hear the wind and me huffing and puffing. All right, I'm pretty close to there's another trail that goes off to the left, which I think I take. And then come back to the trail that's more packed down and groomed, because there's been snowshoes, hiking, and skiing on it. And there I just about went down. This is deep. It's up to my knee. Okay, enough, because you're probably just hearing wind and me huffing. So I'm coming down to the end here, a little ways further. I'm sorry. That's probably a lot of noise. There's a road right there, right alongside this arboretum. So that makes a lot of noise. But it's just tucked away in here. And very beautiful. As you can see, just a lot of old growth, a lot of nice cared for area, and protected. You know, it's nice when they able to protect areas by doing something like this. And just the amount of trails that are out here, they're just a bunch that intersect all over the place. It really is a nice area. But that deep snow area, wow, that took a lot out of me. That was some hard work, but that's the price you pay coming out when there's a lot of snow. And I like being out here. It's a great time. It's so, there's such a great advantage of doing it when it's like this. In the summertime, you're definitely going to have more crowds. This is probably a very popular area. And you're going to have bugs. Yeah, you can move easier. You don't have to worry about your hands getting cold, your feet getting cold, your nose running all over the place. And fairly stable, probably a little bit more stable tread than the snow, where it shifts around on you. But some of the payoff is really nice. You get this incredible, except for the highway, incredible stillness. You get to see through the trees, you know, what it looks like, what the landscape actually looks like when there's everything green and growing. It's hard to look at that and see actually what it all looks like. Harder to see through the trees, but yeah, that's the way it is. Anyway, I'm almost back. I got about a quarter mile to go, so I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to move on to the next one, which is on the, this is across one side of the belt line in Madison. The other one is kind of the main area. There is a tunnel that connects both of these together, so I could have hiked through on the tunnel and did that, but that would have been a really long day, and it doesn't, the area that I'm going to hike doesn't quite intersect with the tunnel, so I'd add more to it. So, but the area is in the main Arboretum area, and there's a nice visitor center there. I won't be parking there. I'll be parking beyond that. Now I'm at the second hike at the Arboretum, and so in the book it incorporates a lot of different trails, and those trails are a lot harder to follow when there's snow, because of some of the things that they've kind of packed down for hiking, and the other things where there's no skis or snowshoes allowed. So also the markers, I've gone past a couple of them now, and it's like, oh, I missed that one because of they're low. They do come out of the enough that you can see them, but they're low to the ground, and I have missed them only because there's trails. So anyway, long story, boring. I don't know if I'm actually going the right way that's intended in the book, but I'm on the trail that's in the book. I just think I took a different turn. I think I'm taking the right trails. It's kind of also hard to bring the book, follow this. It's not like, get on the green trail and take the green trail around. The book has a lot of different trails strung together. So, and I can't, it's a little cold, so it's kind of hard to like bring the book out and read and stop at everything and figure it out. I kind of had it mapped out, but then again too, some of the trails are not packed down, and so I've gone past them. And even though it says, I see a sign that says, no skis or snowshoes, I might, I'm like, okay, well, and sometimes the trail is not even, no one has been on it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll go around this way. So kind of piecing it together close to the book. Maybe not exactly, but it is close. So some of the things they've got closed, so you kind of have to figure it out. But this one is nicely packed down. Looks like skiers came through here, and some snowshoers, some hikers. and it's pretty well packed down. And hopeful to just get around here. Again, this is the main section of the Arboretum, the main area, and there's a visitor center over. I passed it coming up, and that's a nice. I've been in there before, and they have nice programs out here. So in the summertime, anyway, they do have some winter hikes, I think. All right. It is nice out here now. So I was out in that prairie area on the other one. Now I'm in this dense forest. Gotta go underneath the tree. Oh, okay. And looks like they've got, either they tore up a boardwalk or they're putting one in somewhere. Of course, not right now. Okay. Wow. It really is a beautiful area out here. Now I got a skier coming at me, it looks like. I'm gonna try and stay off the trail. Not tear up the trail so much. So this is the third part of the Arboretum. And this trail is kind of an out in the back. And I'm not even seeing oh yeah, here it is. Okay. I just saw the bench and then oh. Well, then I don't. Oh, I see. I think you can go beyond the bench, maybe not. Doesn't seem to be. It goes down here. People have gone down this way. This is not a marked trail at all. So I don't know. Oh, this is an interesting little area. Did I miss? Something else? It's pretty. It's pretty. I can see that there's people have walked through here and down through here. And then around through this way, but I don't. Interesting. Right here. Okay, I gotta be honest, I didn't read about this one. So maybe if I read where the trail actually started, I would have found it. Because you have to walk down the paved trail a little bit and then you see the marker P3. And then you can follow it. And I just wasn't looking for, I was looking around the pond because that's where the majority, I just saw a trail in the snow. And I just assumed, because I saw on the map the trail went around the pond, and I was like, oh well, that's gonna be it. And I should have read, but I thought, well, I'll walk down the paved trail a little bit and just see. Sure enough, that was a different pond it went around. Here's the other one, and it's so wild because this is the Arboretum, and it's really nice, really beautiful. And you swing over here and Madison and it's all part of the Madison area right there, and it's a busy street right there. It's kind of wild how this is all tucked in here. The main area is the main Arboretum area is nicely off, kind of back a ways, and it is a nice, more secluded. These other two areas are, it's like plunk right in the middle of everything. So, but a nice overall. This is an out and back, so it's not a loop of any kind. You just walk and do a little. There might even be kind of like a little lollipop at the end, but this is really nice. And this is my last one. So I got all three of them done, so to speak. I'm finishing this one up, and that'll be it for the day. Good day though, really good day. All right, I'm gonna move a little more and get this one done. Again, it's just hard to do video when wind is blowing, trail's not uneven. The trail is uneven, and it's cold. So trying to get it in, but again, as I come around here, it's like this nice little pond, but then there's busy street right there that overlooks everything. So kind of wild. Anyway, I'm gonna get this one done. So this is that marker now, P3. And as you come out, or as you park in that parking lot that's down there, this is the little paved trail. Paved trail just goes a little ways along here. It's not very long, but from the parking area, which is right down there, you just have to walk on this paved area, this paved part, and then you see, oh, there's P3 right down there. So as you come here, and before you go back onto Monroe Street, you see, skis or snowshoes, and then sensitive wildlife area, please stay on the trail, and P3. So you just got to look for that if you're going to do this one. And I went down by where I saw that looked like everybody walked, and then I saw the bench, and I was like, well, this doesn't make sense. You usually don't put a bench across the trail. The sign says that this is not a trail. So I'm like, okay, well, that's odd. But I just naturally saw the trail. So, all right, that was a nice little hike, a little short one, but that's a good one. And that's it. I got these three in, so it's pretty good. Pretty excited. All right, Well, I'm gonna get back in my car and head on out, head back to Waukesha. Another about an hour drive back, so it'll be good. All right, out for now.